Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, New Orleans by Night. This is chapter 11 of our story, and just fair warning before we get too far into it, this will be the end of the first act of our story. Monica and I are preparing to move, and it's going to be a pretty big process, so we're putting a hiatus on the game. It doesn't mean we're not coming back to it, but we wanted to kind of give a nice little stopping point, season break, if you will, so that we can do our thing for the next few months, get everything situated how it needs to be, and then we can come back in our hopefully new location and get right back into it. But let's go ahead and get into it today. Dee, you are on the chopping block this time, if you don't mind telling us what happened last session.
Okay, so last session, about a month or so had passed since the previous game. Andre and Sierra are having some maybe difficulties. It's getting a little awkward, a little bit more distant between them. Sierra has dug up dirt on the prince, supposedly about the prince's sire, because the prince is a bastard of the Malkavian clan, but she's saying she's getting some evidence to say who her sire is. She's a little bit pissy because Andre's moving up in the Camarilla. They seem to be paying more attention to him than to her, and Andre learns from Tony C that the Camarilla may be looking at him for the role of Primogen, as opposed to Sierra. I don't know if he told her that or not, but so Andre's been gentrifying the neighborhood, working on that. He goes and he meets with the Toreador person, Morgaine.
Morgaine, yes.
Morgaine, yes, in the strip club. And he learns, well, she was asking him more about Vicenta, if I remember correctly.
A bit, yeah.
A bit. And then she got him to feed even though he wasn't supposed to. But he went ahead and decided, it's like, well, if you snitch on me, I'll just snitch on you because, you know, you shouldn't be offering me either.
Right.
And then she gave him, was it a handkerchief?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, with a C on it. Which I got excited because I thought it was about Cassandra.
Me too.
Because in my mind, C is just for Cassandra.
Yeah.
But it's...
Because you said it was old.
Yes.
So we're like, oh.
It's like, yes, it was Cassandra's. Oh, it'll be loved and cherished. But it's actually probably a lot older because it's a C with a family crest. And that will not be loved and cherished at all. But he hasn't given that to Vicenta yet. Iris met up with the priest...
Iago.
Yes. At the church that is the ghost place, where they had the trials.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, St. Peter's Basilica.
Yes. And, you know, she's learning a little bit about Erasmus and, you know, his struggles with what he was doing in the Sabbat. And, you know, being a child of LaDonna and, you know, things like that. Oh, and she saw Spiral. Spiral saying that he made it to the Middle East. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Because I forgot about that.
Yeah.
She didn't try to contact him because she was like, well, if I do, then, you know, I'm going to get in trouble. And then she talked with Iago, and then she was like, you know, I'm really uncomfortable because of this religious bullshit, you know, because you guys are kind of fuckers. And hey, okay, listen, dear listener, if you're religious, no harm, no foul. Okay. I mean, I'm a Christian myself, but I mean, a lot of us are fuckers. Let's be honest. My opinions are my own and not representative of the group.
My character is simply not into that shit
yes.
in this game.
And that's okay. Tell all your friends. It's okay.
That's all right.
It's okay. But at any rate, he's like, well, would it make you feel any better if I told you I was a Catholic priest in name only? And she's like, what? And, Iris is like, well, what's going on? And he's like, well, I'm a priest of the Church of Cain. And then Monica and I are like, what the fuck?
We had flashbacks to Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Yes. Big time. Iris is just like, okay, that's
What's that
cool.
again?
What
Okay,
is that?
Yeah, that's neat, I guess.
Yeah. So she was like, oh, okay, this dude's not so bad.
Yeah, I guess he'll be fine. Sure, why not?
Yeah. It was interesting to say the least. Oh, and he's Malkavian.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, am I leaving off anything about that with
I
Iago?
don't think so.
I think that was mainly
It's pretty
it.
comprehensive, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your bookstore is now a bookstore.
It is, yes.
A torrid.
I have it is like
Torrid
torrid
vibe.
vibes.
Yes. And then the funeral home has been spruced up. We're getting more bodies, which is good.
Yay.
Yay. Ig and Vicenta are just kind of like trying to make this relationship work. He gets it's a cautious happy on his end, probably with her too. He not accused, that's a harsh term. He tells her that she talks out of time sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was having bouts of where he would just like space the fuck out.
Yep.
When nobody was around. And then he would kind of keep going on to what he was doing. Well, they met with the Semity.
Rosalind?
Yes, thank you. I didn't know. It was not about to be Rosalind that came out of my mouth. Thank you. Rosalind. And Rosalind was like, well, I'll help you clear Ella Messina's name to the prince. And Vicenta's kind of like, does it really even fucking matter? I mean, like, are they going to give a shit? Like, I don't know. And then she made some observations about Ig that Vicenta did not pick up on at all, really. Didn't really catch that. And she was like, I'm willing to help you with this if you'll teach me. Like, if you'll be like my teacher, mentor type thing. And Vicenta was kind of like trying very politely to be like, thanks, but no thanks, But, so then everybody got invited to Tony C's new apartment party. So we go to the hotel and Iris saw little kid ghosts.
Yeah.
Because Vicenta can't see ghosts worth shit for some reason. I rolled bad on that every fucking time.
You just talk a good game.
I do, man. Iris is where it's at, though. So she saw the little kid ghosts and she was like, oh, cool. And then Tony C tells us that the Thin Bloods, he's found out where the Thin Bloods are. They were captured by the SI, but released because, they can walk around in daylight. These can. So they were like, oh, they must not be, vampires. We'll let them go. Yep. Good call, SI. And apparently they're in this, like, sun cult path thingy with the Sabbat. So they're going to burn our ass like toast if we confront them head on. The Lapis chick got away, and the other child of Metatron is like getting diced up by the SI. He's not having a good day.
Right.
Because he's like still alive and being like separated apart. He's not having good days. And then Iris spit out blood everywhere for some reason. Was that the SI hearing? I don't remember why she did that.
Something about the SI because she's terrified of them.
Yeah. So
I don't remember either.
I don't remember. I just remember the spewing.
What?
Yeah. So the person that she was feeding from had to clean that up.
Yeah.
And then Tony C wants us to help take down the Thin Bloods, which is kind of Andre's problem, but we'll help.
Yeah.
It's for him to figure out. And then Ig was just like staring off and like not responsive. And I did see ghosts this time, and it was these little laughy hands. Well, the hands weren't laughing, but there was giggles with the hands, and they were like pulling him downward. And it's the little specter babies whose name I remembered last time, but I can't fucking remember this time. Striplings, yes. And so Vicenta told them to get out, and they had to leave. But then Tony C's like, is this a bad place for your mate? Well, yeah, motherfucker. Evidently it is. I don't like the Tremere.
Really? I'm shocked.
I know. So Iris, we leave.
I think Iris went home.
I think Iris went home too.
Scared of the SI.
Yeah, that's right. Because there's cameras now.
She got paranoid about like face recognition.
Right. Oh yeah, I just completely forgot about that. And then Vicente and Ig went home to contact Rosalind to be like, okay, maybe we do need your help here. This is a big deal. And Iris saw the little angry little ghost boy.
Yes.
From the window and described him to Vicente.
Yeah.
And I said Vicente started putting it together, but she probably doesn't, like, actually, in retrospect. She's probably like, that's really weird. I'll tell Rosalind. She can help me figure it out. And then Andre stayed and was discussing strategy, I think, or something with Tony. And then Tony was asking him about Vicente and telling him, oh, you're doing so good for the Camarilla. We really are looking at you for Primogen and, blah, 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 blah. And he specifically asked him if Vicente could raise the dead, which was a weird ass question. Why do you need to fucking know? You don't. It's none of your business. Whether I can or can't. And I think that's it.
I think you got a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a pretty good synopsis. So we will begin our story with an awakening. So we need to have those rouse checks real quick. You get hungrier?
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Both of you.
Oh. Stress eating.
And so your body stirs the life or what you could call life that the blood brings you begins to move your bones, and you arise, and you wake up to the sound of commotion.
What?
Downstairs.
What?
Hustle and bustle.
Oh, my shop.
Oh,
The
God.
lady- yeah, that's right.
And it's shocking at first, but then you're like, oh, that's
shit.
the sound of customers.
Weird. I've never heard it this busy before.
Well, yeah, because you
there.
always open it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You come downstairs and realize and recall that, oh yeah, a few weeks ago I had to hire help.
Yep.
And it was the little goth girl
Hell yeah.
behind the counter named Caroline.
Okay.
And she sees you and she's like, hey, kind of points kind of nervously at all the people in the shop. And
Wow.
a lot of new agers, a lot of hipsters. And you notice it's a lot of touristy looking folks.
Hey, that's great.
What are you doing?
I will turn on the little lamp that indicates that the psychic is in. It's a
Yes!
moon or a crystal ball or some shit.
Okay.
Do I let Caroline go and I'm in charge? Is that my
It's
house?
entirely up to you.
I think that's right. I
Yeah.
think that's what I do. I'll say thanks, Caroline. I'll take it from here. Have a good night.
And she's like, okay, thanks. Kind of very mousily skirts out the door.
Okay.
And, that sign may be on, but you're still having to deal with watching a storefront.
Yeah.
And several hours go by till you finally close at 10 o'clock at night. And you realize that you've done all this business and not one person asked for a reading. A lot of incense, a lot of business, a lot of postcards sold from this area, showing some of the more historic homes. A lot of people taking Instagram photos, and finally they start to roll out, after about maybe 30 minutes, and a lady approaches you and says, I hope that this was good for you, us making this place a stop.
What do you mean, us?
My name's Belinda LaForce. I run a ghost tour, and
Oh.
we thought it would be neat to start bringing people through this area. A lot of history and stuff. And
It was very good for me. Thank you.
oh, you're welcome. Well, if you don't mind, it would be really nice if you could hang a poster of mine in your window.
So
letting
you
people-
stop in here and tell a story.
Yeah.
What story do you tell?
Oh, well, you don't know about the Carter family?
Is that the little children from our last game?
No.
That's Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carter. Do I know that?
You can give me...
I'm intrigued as shit now.
You can give me, wit or intelligence plus academics.
Does this have anything to do with psychology by any chance?
No.
One success.
Okay. Not really.
No.
Not-
Doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, well, and she kind of perks up, and she's like, well, the dad, Bill Carter, he was a man that worked down by the docks and, worked in the fishing industry and just a normal family, like 1930s. And then one day he comes home, just doesn't say a word, and just starts attacking and killing his family. His home used to stand here on this site, but they tore it down pretty quick after that and built this place around it.
That's surprising to hear.
It'll be good for your business, the fact that there was like a crazy killer here.
I'll have to do more research.
Yes, it's the only time there was a crazy killer.
The killer's victims have not chosen to speak with me.
Oh. So you think you can commune with spirits?
She just says yes.
Oh.
What happened to Bill?
Well, he was arrested, sentenced to the death by electric chair. But he claimed that he didn't have anything to do with it, that it was something compelling him to do it.
That's what I was afraid of. Iris is like, fascinating. Thank you for letting me know. I'll have to look into this. And I will hang your poster up for this interesting tidbit.
Well, thank you. And Belinda waves and makes her way out. And she's like, okay, everyone, we're going to go to the hotel next door. And we're not going in. I mean, it's an apartment building now, I think, but you kind of hear her voice going off in the distance.
There's a little child ghost. Wait, no. 'Cause it wouldn't be there. So never mind. I don't say anything. Because it follows Ig around, so I don't want to say that.
Are you mumbling that to yourself? Like, no, it's not
never
there.
mind. There's nothing there. He's gone.
As your blood stirs, Persephone/Vicenta, you haven't quite opened your eyes yet when you get this feeling of something over you. Upon opening your eyes, you see Ig standing there, just staring at you with a blank, emotionless look on his face, holding his scalpel.
Oh.
And wearing his work clothes.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's already kind of started, but he's just looking at you like this.
Can I do sense the unseen?
Yes.
It's wits plus,
I think.
Auspex, yeah. Bestial failed.
Oh no.
Can I spend a willpower and...
You can reroll the 2, yes.
Okay.
I would suggest doing so.
Yes. 1 success.
Okay, it is not a bestial failure,
Yes.
but it is still a failure.
Yes.
You don't know what's wrong with him.
Yes.
He's just looking, and you... What are you doing? You're laying there still.
Ig. egg.
Mine.
Oh, shit.
Mine.
He's saying mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shit.
But he's not moving.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if I need to see what the shroud level is here, because I may need to. I don't.
Just slap it.
She gets up and she's like, "Ig." She gets in his face.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, kind of shaking him.
Okay.
I'm gonna get stabbed. I hate to pull an oblivion power out when I don't know what I'm dealing with, but I may be about to.
And he's not responding, but he starts to look at you, his neck very slowly cricking to meet your eyes.
Oh, Ferox.
Is that Ferox?
That's what I assumed. I don't know. But
Or
is
is
it
it
Ferox him? So I don't know.
I don't know if that's Ferox though.
He said mine. I can't remember if he said that in the other game. I don't know.
The other game he had just been saying that he was trying to hold on.
You
Oh.
are a player, not an NPC, so you get to act first in initiative order.
Oh my god.
You see the hand tighten on the scalpel, and
Mhm.
it starts to come forward towards you.
What the fuck?
And you hear his voice say, "No!"
Okay. I'm going to roll Compel Spirit.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that's a fair assumption for Vicenta, considering that
She saw that last
she's
time.
already told things to leave him alone once.
Mhm.
Now, is his voice coming out of the body or no?
Yes.
It is coming out of the body. Okay. So it's resolve plus oblivion.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it resisted?
Hang on.
It's okay.
They did not make cards for this.
No, and they probably won't.
Get on it, Renegade.
All right.
As if anything needs cards, it's this shit. Resolve plus composure.
Okay.
Or willpower if the traits aren't defined.
Okay. Roll that then. More. Okay.
Okay. And this is hostile, right?
Yes.
So I already have 2 automatic successes because of my...
Okay.
So 4 plus 2 is
6.
6.
Yes.
6 successes.
So you hear a "Ah!" and then see shadows move along the edges of the walls as something rushes away from the body, and I'm sure you're telling it, leave him alone or get out. And, goes back, and he just kind of, he stops his hand inches from your neck and drops it, and it's like, what is happening?
She just hugs him at this point because that scared the shit out of her.
Yeah, him too. And he said, what?
I'm not sure if something possessed you.
I felt like I was fighting my own mind.
I'm not sure what's going on.
We gotta figure it out, though.
We need to call Rosalind. She seemed to know something was up the other night.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening. I need help.
Okay. And he just kind of, kind of breaks down at that point and kind of falls to his knees and starts crying.
She holds him.
Yeah.
Because she's terrified and she hates to see him so scared.
And he's like, just don't touch me. Just don't. He's like, I don't want something to happen again. And something happened to you.
And nothing's going to happen to me.
I don't... What was that?
I think it was a specter.
Why?
Specters are furious at the Giovanni. And even though we had no hand in what happened, we are still Giovanni.
Yeah. You think she'll help?
I have something that she wants. So yes, she'll help.
Okay. All right. So you're making the call?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You call, and she's like, this is Rosalind.
Rosalind, there's an emergency. Can you please come down?
Who's this?
This is Persephone.
Oh, sorry. I didn't recognize the number.
I'm sorry. I should have specified. My apologies.
There's a where?
At the funeral home.
And you give her the address?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Please, thank you.
Yeah.
She's quickly getting dressed and ready and making sure Ig is nearby in case something else comes out.
Yeah. All right. We'll wait on that time. In the meantime, you start closing up for the night, getting ready to shut down, and you realize your cash register's full.
Ooh.
You've got credit card receipts, you've got money. Things are looking really good.
Cool. I got a box of money upstairs, though, so... I'm just like, wow, that's unusual to see.
Do you have Blush of Life on? You've been dealing with customers.
Yes, I need to do
Yeah.
the roll, right?
Okay, you're fine. No, you do not get
Sweet.
hungry. It's fortunate.
Oh, God.
What does that mean?
Because about that time, in walks a New Orleans police officer.
Oh my
What the fuck?
Oh my fuck. Can vampires' assholes clench? Because hers does.
Yes.
You got Blush of Life.
Yeah. Blush of Lives would be shit a little.
And he just kind of, takes his hat off. And he's
We're
like,
closed.
I'm sorry.
yes, ma'am. I'm just letting you know that we were on patrol tonight, and that if you see us around, not to be alarmed. We've been asked to patrol in this area just to kind of be city watch. We know that there's a lot more people coming in, tourists and stuff like that, and we just didn't want you to be alarmed.
Thank you.
That's so... I mean,
she is alarmed, but
Yeah,
she's like...
And he he goes, have you seen anything in the area that would give you cause for concern?
Oh, a bunch of cops. No, she doesn't say that. She says, no, not that I can think of. Just a lot more tourists.
I don't think I've seen this place before.
It's been remodeled recently.
Oh, pretty new to town?
The remodel is, yes.
Oh, you've been here a while, New Orleans?
Yes.
He's just kind of looking around at the place.
I don't like this motherfucker.
So you got a funeral home on the back of it? Who owns that business?
A woman named...
Persephone.
I know he can just go over there and find out. So she doesn't want to, give him a bunch of information, but she knows he can easily find out. So she just says, a woman named Persephone?
Okay. Any gas leaks or anything like that you've noticed? As gas smells or anything?
No.
That was their cover that they said they were going to be doing to come sniff out vampire shit. Was the gas leaks.
Oh, fuck's sake. Ugh.
Well, we have a brochure that we... Are you saying that?
No.
He said, "Go, come on." He says,
He goes,
"Gas leaks," and you're like,
he reaches in his coat and fishes around and pulls out a little pamphlet talking about being aware of gas and stuff like that. After Katrina and stuff, there's been a lot of remodeling in this area, and sometimes mains are hit and everything. We just want to make sure that people are informed and then they know what's going on.
I'll let my landlord know.
Okay. If I see anything outside that looks like it might be an issue, would it be okay if I came back tomorrow morning and maybe talk to you about it?
No.
Oh. Why not?
My worker Caroline will be here, but she doesn't know as much about the place as I do.
Oh, okay. You mostly work nights?
Yes. I mean, I do stuff in the daytime. Well, she's just gonna say, yeah, he's got no proof.
Okay.
She doesn't want to act shady and give him reason to.
Yeah.
I mean, people do work the evening shifts.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, when I worked retail, I worked them for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes more sense. I'm more of a night owl myself. That's why I always wanted third shift.
Hmm.
I get it. Yeah.
Well, please allow the man who sells hurricanes across from here to continue to do so. He is also good for my business.
Oh, yeah? He out at nights too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll leave that with you. Do you think that the funeral home's open right now?
I doubt it. Why would it be?
That's a good point. Well, I'll leave one in their mailbox too, just letting them know.
Okay.
As somebody just casually walks up and gets let in. That's fucking great.
All right. Well, you have yourself a good night.
You too.
You hear him, his walkie click on his
Oh
shoulder.
my god.
And, he's saying some codes or something like that.
I immediately Google what he says.
Yes.
He calls it a 1025, and says all clear.
Okay. I'm Googling 1025 anyway, because that could be a code.
Yes.
And not really mean all clear.
Right.
Sure.
Oh, that's so smart.
You're
actually-
Googling it too.
I'm making sure because
Yeah.
I'm pulling stuff out of my butthole.
Oh, okay. I just, since you brought it
And
up, I thought it was a
I don't want our
plot
listeners
point.
being like, actually,
He just called an airstrike.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. Well,
So that actually is appropriate. I didn't pull that. Pulling that out of my butt's really cool. So it means that he's meeting up with another officer,
oh, okay.
which is very appropriate to our story.
I don't like that. Cops are like roaches. You see one, I know there's gonna be more, but... Okay. I'm gonna look at the pamphlet then.
Okay. And it's just talking about, being aware of gas leaks and all that stuff, and that if you have neighbors that are out at night a lot late, sometimes they'll leave their gas on. And it's important that if you have a neighbor that's doing this, to report them to the New Orleans Special Task Force.
Okay, yeah, that is a clear... That does not make any sense.
It makes
at
no
all.
sense, but that's what stands out to you. It's just normal gas information, but if you see anything like, suspicious activity, arson is a problem. Usually arsonists work under the cover of night. If you see,
So this was like a regular police officer?
Mhm.
I mean, he could be an SI undercover, but
I mean,
he could also just
remember
be
there is a
regular.
task force within the New Orleans Police
Yes,
Department.
exactly.
Yes.
So I don't know whether he was
Right.
just...
if he was or if they
He was
just
asking
have...
a lot of questions, though, and he did not have to come and talk to me about this.
No, he did not. No, he didn't. At fucking all. You want to get a house together? Like,
Time to move to Vermont!
I think we need to move.
Not the woods!
Not in the woods. Although the werewolves would probably give the SI a run for their
Maybe we
money.
could form a pact with them and be like, look.
They're coming for you too.
Yeah.
The enemy of my enemy.
Yes.
You can't be sure,
Yeah.
but it definitely doesn't leave you feeling. All your feelings are valid right now, but
I should ask for his name, his badge number. Damn. Do I have cameras now in this place? Since it's
yeah,
so
you have security
gentrified?
camera. Yeah, you have a security camera.
I would like to... The security camera's probably not good enough to check that.
I don't know.
but-
It's Andre, and this is your haven. I mean, you probably... I think it would be appropriate for Iris, especially since we know there's SI in New Orleans, and she's terrified of him, to be like, hey, make sure this is
True.
top-notch, Andre.
That is very true. And I have the money to throw at it.
That's right.
Well, I only got the money... Well, I got the money a month ago, right?
Yeah.
I may have asked for a little bit of extra padding in that department.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I'm checking some.
Oh, fuck.
I love how anytime you check something or roll dice, we're immediately just like, we're going to die.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, you totally could. And it's a pretty good camera.
Okay.
It's 4K, so you're able to zoom in the footage. And
Enhance.
yeah, it was 4K. It does actually work that way.
Yay.
You're literally saying enhance.
Enhance. Zoom.
So you pull up your 1998 iMac. The one of the
pink one.
Yeah, the pink one. Put your, SD card into the reader. You had to convert 3 times to get to be compatible with this thing. Takes about 10 minutes to open the video, and it's very stuttery as you watch it. But you are able to pause it and zoom in, and you can see that his badge, while you can't make out a name, tag or anything like that. It's not wearing one, in fact.
Oh, fuck!
You can see that on the police badge, it does say NOSTF.
NOSTF. NO, Special Task Force. Fuck! You want a Special Task Force? Might be time to move.
I think it's time to make.
Bye, Andre.
I think Iris and Vicenta and Ig. I think, and hell, if Rosalind wants to chip in, we can get a nice little group haven.
Tony C renovated those apartments. He can do it somewhere else. Wait, no, you don't want to be with Tony C.
You know what? I really don't want to be with SI either. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
I wonder if that's why he renovated those apartments.
Why? For more security?
I mean, he's wanting us to do shit for him. And it does give him
we
an
all
upper
move in?
hand.
Is this like a Camarilla level threat? Is this something I need? I mean, they know.
They know it's a risk. You were not exposed as far as you can tell.
Yeah, there's not really any point to go like, ooh, this guy came.
Do you need to spiral it to tell the prince? The prince likes you.
Maybe.
The reason the prince voted not to kill us was pretty much because of you. That was the impression I got anyway. Is that a fair impression?
She did say
Pretty
my
fair
vote.
impression.
Yeah, my vote is for that.
And she was all like, Iris, why haven't you come to see me? And, and she's like, it was Casey's fault. He led her astray. And, she really likes you. She might be willing to help you out.
I'm trying to decide if Iris would even think of that.
That's fair.
I don't know. What is she? She'd probably want to talk to you, but she just said that y'all were closed, and she's paranoid about texting you.
Well, the cop car doesn't stay. It does drive away.
That means nothing. There could be more. If there's anything Iris is paranoid about, it's this.
What about the back door? I mean, how close are the back doors between the two businesses?
Pretty close.
No, I can't risk it. Her paranoia is gonna take over for sure. She's not gonna do that. She will spiral. I think that's how she would think of that. Like, what is a way I can communicate to someone without anyone tracking it? I can use the spiral. Who can I talk to with the spiral? Iago, Erasmus, obviously not gonna happen, and the prince. Iago, what the fuck is he gonna do?
See your sheet.
Okay.
That's a fair, yeah.
Let me see the other one too.
Oh yeah.
Because it's all connected.
It's all connected!
Yes.
Roll 3 dice for me.
Does 2 have to be my hunger dice?
Nope.
Okay. 2 successes, 1 with the 2 stars.
So you do this, and you're reaching out to Father Iago?
No.
No?
No.
To the prince?
Yes.
All right. What are you wanting to say as you do this?
Special task force came to my shop sniffing around.
Okay.
What should I do?
All right. Are you putting your TV to static?
If that helps, yeah. Yeah, I think
You know it does.
Okay, then yes.
This is entirely something I made up. By the way. If
Okay.
you're looking for the Malkavian stuff where they talk to each other through media, then you won't find it. But it's my fun. It's our vampire world, and that's what they do. At least in our story.
Me. Makes sense to me.
And as you're doing this, the Carol Burnett show comes on. Old reruns from the 1970s, 60s.
Nice.
Through the static, barely. But instead of Carol Burnett playing Carol Burnett, it's the Prince playing Carol Burnett.
She tug her ear?
Yeah. And she is like, that's not good. Well, do you need to come here and talk about it and share what you know? Tell me what happened.
Well, they were passing out brochures about gas leaks and to look out for nocturnal people.
Oh, that's their angle, huh?
Yeah.
If you would bring me this brochure, not tonight if you don't feel comfortable, but sometime soon, I would appreciate it.
They could be watching me.
Well, I understand. Be careful. Protect yourself. Thank you for reporting it.
Okay.
Tugs the ear and it goes back to static.
Man, what am I gonna do? How am I supposed to eat?
Oh,
Can't go to the rack.
wait. Do you have iron gullet?
I do, don't I? I'm pretty sure I
thought
do.
you did.
I have iron gullet or... Yes, I have iron gullet.
Because-
Is that the dead one?
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, because that may be how you, especially if business is picked up, if you need to pick me up, you may have worked something out with them.
Iron gullet, I thought meant.
Oh,
is
no.
it- is it, you can
There's
eat
one where you
food?
eat food and one where you
That's
eat the dead.
eat food is eat food.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
Because that's what I have to eat dead
That's
bodies.
right. I took iron gullet so I could drink cold blood because I was afraid. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you could.
She's gonna wait like an hour
Okay.
just in case someone's casing the joint.
All right. In the meantime, she arrives,
Mhm.
and knocks on the door and let her in.
Oh, yeah.
She comes in. She says, "What's wrong?"
Something possessed Ig.
The she is Rosalind.
Yeah, I was like, oh, not me.
Possessed him.
Yes.
Do you know what?
I think it was a specter. It was... While he was working, it possessed him,
And he's listening too.
I think it made him come upstairs. And it was going to try to slit my throat with his scalpel, although I'm not really quite sure what it thought that would accomplish.
She sits down on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
scatters chicken bones about her feet, and starts to draw circles in ash and put some kind of on herself, sign of the cross on her forehead. Begins to kind of chant, and she points at Ig and says, "It's tied to you. You keep it here, or you attract it." I wouldn't call you a fetter, but more like something it wants. But it wants you. Lay down on that slab.
Why?
We're going to get it in here and we're going to find out what's going on.
There's no risk to Ig, is there?
Of course there is. Already is.
I mean, more than already exists.
I don't know. But if we want to get to the bottom of it, we got to find out.
She nods.
This is going to take a while.
She signals for Ig to go ahead and lay down, and then she whispers to Rosalind,
Mm-hmm.
she says, do whatever you need to do to save my child.
Then we have a deal.
Yes,
Wonderful.
of course.
She grabs a ceremonial-looking dagger and slits her wrist. It begins to pour her blood all over Ig.
I'm right there with Ig because I know he is hating this.
Yeah, he is looking at you like...
And I'm looking at him like, it's one of those looks like, I don't really know what's going on, but that we gotta do this type thing.
What was your Christian name, young man? Your name you were given when you were born. And he just tells her, Ignacio. Was it really? Well, I think when I was little, they wanted to call me Philip. But they changed their minds, what my mom said. You don't recall being called Philip? And he's like, a little, yeah. Yeah. Philip. Okay. And she continues.
Vicenta's extremely confused because in her mind, Ella Messina had Ignacio reincarnated.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like, you know the meme with the woman and all the like symbols?
Yes.
Where she's like, that's pretty much Vicenta right now. If she's not disturbing Rosalind, she tells her that.
Well, you think that's a deal like that could be made in the womb?
I've heard stories of reincarnation in Enoch.
Didn't work out this way with this one. Someone did that boy's soul dirty.
Ella Messina. No,
Ella Messina Giovanni nearly took out the entire city of New Orleans
that was Payacho.
to get what she wanted.
That was Payacho.
Was it now? And yet, she gave her body willingly to him.
Yes, so that she could go to oblivion and make this deal.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, Vicenta's still not. It's
Denial is not just a river in Egypt.
It's not. It's not. You in every game with Vicenta, she will excuse the worst of the worst when it comes to her family,
Mm-hmm.
even though she's starting to have a harder and harder time denying it.
All right. So about 30 minutes into the ritual.
Fuck.
Knock.
Very quick knocking.
Is it the back door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is it? Who is it? I look at.
She's in it.
Okay.
Focused.
I open it just slightly, grab Iris, jerk her in, and close the door.
Okay.
She looks at Rosalind, even though Rosalind's busy, and she says, "Oh, hello." And then she turns to Vicenta and just be like, "The fucking special task force was in here. They were asking about you, and they were asking about people who are nocturnal and gas leaks and shit. They left you one of these." And she brought her brochure, and she shows it and points out where it says the stupid shit about people.
Arson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people being out at night. And yeah, I told the prince, but no, I just wanted to warn you, but it looks like you're busy. Oh, hey, Goliath.
It's the middle of a ritual. Please don't disturb them.
Oh,
Iris, what do you see?
ooh, let's find out.
And you're looking around the room.
With Sense Unseen.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
You look around the room to see what you can find. You see a mother and 2 children in like turn of the century wearing clothes, huddled in a corner, looking horrified.
The tour guide was right.
What?
She got the house wrong.
You see a man, a spirit of a man covered in blood, his hands bloodied, an axe handle in his hand that's been broken in half. You see the other part buried in the other child's shoulder across the room. And in the corner, growling and glaring, directing that spirit to do what it can, is a small child that looks familiar from the other night.
So that child is telling the dad spirit to do that? That's what it looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, okay. Wait, but that was in the 30s that Bill did that, right?
Right.
So
Why is Philip, who I assume is Philip, how would he have told him to do that?
Right.
Well, I don't know the Philip shit, so I'm going to explain about the tour guide. And the tour guide said there was a killing, a father killed his family, and said something was telling him to do it. Now I see that little ghost boy from the other day.
And he goes,
Ah!
and is right in your face looking at you.
What do you want, you little shit? But she's scared.
Can I try to see now that she's obviously
Yeah.
freaked out?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let her make this roll.
Yeah.
Did you get chills?
Yeah.
I got 2 successes.
You see glimpses, but not fully what she's seeing. And what you see is this dark circles around his eyes, dark-haired child standing there in nothing but a diaper, maybe all of 2 or 3 years old. And it's just like, mine! Mine!
And he's pointing at
Pointing at Ig.
He's not yours.
Mine! My body! Mine, not his! Mine!
I'm sorry. You can't have it.
You will be.
Huh? Me?
You said you're sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I can't. She's like, I can't do anything about that.
At that point, the lights flicker out.
Oh my fuck. He kept saying that Ig's body is his. What's that about?
And you hear the sound of clanging metal containers from doing embalming stuff falling and crashing to the ground.
Can I see where the shroud thins? I need a edge here because I'm about to whip this little boy's ass.
We're done. And when she says that, you just hear, ah! And like you all see him now. And it's just a shadow of a figure, but he jumps onto the counter, hunched over, and is just like, kill! Kill, Mr. Carter, kill!
How did he do? What the Carter?
I'm so fucking confused. That's me.
Why did you make him kill that family?
Not me. One that trained me.
Who trained you?
Shut up, old woman. Shut up, nasty old woman. Eating blood. Nasty.
You're in a diaper.
Dirty.
He sounds like Gollum. I'm sorry. I know this is serious.
It's kind of hard not to make a hunched over figure in a diaper be Gollum.
Bald.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
No, he's not bald. He's got a hair.
Oh, you said he has dark hair. Yeah.
Or looks like the kid from The Grudge.
I was thinking, or the kid for the Omen
Yeah.
when you said dark hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grudge makes sense too.
Holy shit. Okay, let me see what the shroud level is.
It was ashes. Okay, so wasn't in Wraith, one of my fetters was the axe that killed Cassandra.
Right.
And so the broken axe handle reminds me
It's
of
familiar, yes, but
But it's like,
I only do that to nod and tie back to old things.
okay, good. I wanted to clear that
Yeah.
up before I went down
No,
a rabbit
not
hole.
the same thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, cool reference then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's same, but not.
Okay.
I succeeded.
Because I was like, fuck, Ashes came back.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck my life
Yeah.
on that one. Oh shit. That doesn't necessarily rule them out, but I need to know how thick the shroud is here because I succeeded.
Okay. I'm trying to remember where the shroud ratings are.
It is page 205, Cults of the Blood Gods.
Thank you.
Does shroud rating change over time?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
And it's
I was
not
like,
it's
surely
not
she would
numbers
know.
anymore. It's frayed.
Oh damn. Okay. Okay. Oh, I should have done a rounds check. Let me do that. Sorry.
Yeah. You at Hunger 3?
Yeah, I need to. Are there any bodies?
Not right now.
They're not in the storage or anything. One egg wasn't working on one.
There's one on the table right now.
But not eggs.
There's maybe jars, but you don't have time to think about that because we're in initiative.
Okay.
And you realize, Cassandra, sorry,
Oh.
not sorry,
Whoops.
Iris screaming like that we were talking Wraith, I'm in the that at Iris screaming like that there is a bunch of like that vacuum syringe that they use. The whole thing is floating in the air right now and is coming your way.
Good lord.
All right, so
How do we do initiative?
it's just players first. It's really flexible. It's
Okay.
like they actually dumb down combat a lot. I mean, you can get gritty with it, but we're not gonna.
No.
We'll just do the 3 and out thing too. So you guys can pick who goes first and when. Then the NPCs will go.
There's nothing I could do besides maybe demontation. I don't think that's gonna work on a spirit, so you could go first. I don't know what the
Would
fuck.
it work on a spirit?
I don't know. Let me look.
Look at it. I'm just curious. I have no idea. Probably not.
Any casual conversation until they're completely consumed by madness. I mean, he's pretty close.
Yeah.
An individual each turn by engaging them in conversation. Oh, when a mortal becomes impaired, they experience blah blah blah. A kindred. Yeah, it only says mortal kindred.
Okay.
I mean, maybe there's something somewhere, but I doubt it.
He can probably resist it better.
And I don't want to.
I mean,
That's a bigger risk too.
if he gets even more deranged, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna help anything.
It's not like he's semi-sane and you're
Yes, and you're just like, go away.
Yeah,
I'm
he's like,
go drool somewhere.
go drool somewhere. Go change out of that nappy.
Yeah. What about awe? I have one awe. Can that work on a spirit? A specter?
he could probably okay, just
You can try anything.
you can try anything. I know
that's true,
on
yeah.
my stuff I get +2 to resist it because I'm a spirit. But it's not that it can't ever work.
Alright, maybe I'll try that.
I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Let her rip and see what happens. But yeah, awe it. See what happens. Be like, hey.
Okay.
I mean, if he's nice to you.
I'd be like, yeah, I eat blood. Just do like a punk type thing. I'm cool as shit. And he's like, oh. Cost free, none or manipulation plus. Yeah, here you do. You tell me.
Okay. Manipulation plus presence versus composure plus intelligence.
You got this. You don't have this.
Zeros across the board. Do I have a willpower? I'm gonna do a willpower. I'm gonna reroll them all. Wow.
How you know what it's like to be me.
You don't re-roll the reds.
Oh, so just one success. I'm too scared.
So what are you saying to it?
I am more powerful. No, something something to kind of put him in its place of like, you are interfering, little whelp. Know your place.
And it kind of goes,
Oh, man.
my place is there. And he points at the body.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Well, what are you going to do? You can't do anything. Iris doesn't know how this works. I'm like, what? You can't jump into him. So what? Why are you bothering us? She doesn't get it.
Please don't say that.
But now you don't need to roll to see him anymore because the ritual is complete.
Great.
Okay. Is this good or bad?
I'm about to compel this spirit.
You don't need to roll anymore to see either of them.
Wait, which one? Wait.
Mr. Carter's there as well.
Oh, he's getting Mr. Carter to kill us. Not. Okay.
These are specters, right?
You don't know.
Can I roll an intelligence check to see if they're specters?
Well, you know the little boy.
Yeah, but I mean Mr. Carter.
Right.
I mean, because if he.
Let me see
died
what's
by
going on with
electric
Mr. Carter.
chair,
Okay, so
I don't know.
would it be like intelligence plus occult?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. I rolled insanely bad on that. 2 successes.
This little boy's gonna kick our ass.
It's kind of hard to determine when he's flinging something at you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's probably a pretty good guess, though.
Yeah.
He's at
I
least
would
hostile.
suspect.
He's hostile, if nothing
Yes.
else.
So what are you doing on your turn?
I am. What's the little shit doing?
Still perching on that table talking to her.
He's
but it
not
looks
on
like,
Ig's table. Is
No,
he?
there's
Okay.
like a countertop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Kinda
he's
by the
not.
back window.
He's not making a run for Ig or anything.
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
I was just trying to reason with him because she doesn't get it.
Right. So he's kind of distracted with
little,
Iris.
yeah,
a
a little.
little. But Mr. Carter's the one that's being a shitlord, throwing shit around.
Yes.
Up in my business.
Yes.
Okay.
Be quiet. There's cops around.
Oh
No,
fuck.
that was an hour ago. She probably would say that. But
Oh.
if we get too loud, I'm like, somebody's gonna call the cops.
Oh my god. Okay. So I have a -2 difficulty to all Oblivion ceremonies because I checked the shroud rating
Okay.
and it's frayed.
Okay.
So I'm going to compel spirit with Mr. Carter.
Okay.
And he can resist with resolve plus composure or willpower if his resolve and composure is not.
All right.
And because he is throwing shit at me and hostile, I get 2 automatic successes.
Okay.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. What are you telling him to do?
Stop!
He lets it down with a crash
Ooh.
and just looks at you, glaring, like, because he wants to do something but knows he can't.
Why are you here?
I was called,
By who?
and he points at the little kid.
Why is he calling you?
Favors or he wants it back.
I cannot allow a specter to re-enter this realm. A specter in a body would be devastating.
Too bad for you then.
Is it?
What's Rosalind doing?
She's turning around seeing all this stuff. She's about to do something on her turn. It's not yet. It's, remember, NPC. NPC vampire goes before NPC ghost, though.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I just literally told this dude to drop it,
He did.
and he did. Like,
That's good. Just keep compelling him, I guess.
that's pretty much what I got.
I have compel. I'll give it. Oh, yours is compel specter.
Compel spirit.
Spirit.
Because he's antagonistic, whether if he's a specter, it's 2 automatic successes. Even if he's a wraith, if he's antagonistic towards me, I get 2 automatic successes. Because I have a merit.
Okay.
And I feel really bad for this little boy, but at the same time, like, you can't have a specter running around in a bodysuit. Like,
it is far too late for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So she looks at him and says, "Leave this place."
Is she looking to the boy or?
Yeah. She's like, He is not what you want, and you are mistaken. I know you. I know your kind. She doesn't mean specifically, just knows, It was never yours to begin with, or if it was, it is now his, and the damage has been long done. You would not know how to walk on this earth. You would walk a child as a man. You do not understand things. You need to leave. And he's like, "No, mine. He starts kind of throwing a temper tantrum like a kid would. And she just kind of, lets out a sigh. Just kind of looks like she's starting to move her hands and do something. That'll take some time, though. In the meantime, Carter can only act at what you said, but the little boy is right near a bunch of knives.
Yay!
And he just picks up a handful and flings them.
Damn.
In his temper tantrum.
Flinging where?
In the general direction of you guys.
Is any of them gonna hit Ig?
It's possible.
Is it awake?
Yeah.
Okay,
but he's just now getting up.
Okay, just
Can
I didn't know if it was like
try to block?
Yes. So he's gonna get Dex plus.
Or push Ig out of the way or something. I don't know.
He's gonna get Dex plus Athletics. You're gonna get the same pool.
I don't know why I do these things.
Let him take it. Doesn't he have fortitude?
Yeah, but he's caught off guard.
Yeah, and he's just, he's like, I understand you would do it. But mechanically, I'm like, let him take it.
I know.
No, he would block it.
I have one success.
You'll take 1 point of damage as a knife kind of grazes across you, but the rest of them just kind of go clattering around. And he just starts to scream, and the room, the electricity, the lights kind of flicker, and you can start to see. You can, because you've got Plush of Life on. You start to see your breath in this room. It's grown really cold. All right, we're back to you all. It gets up, doesn't know what to do, doesn't know how to fight them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just like, stay down. This is my area.
All right, it's now back to the top of the round. So what are y'all doing?
He's not leaving, right?
Does not appear to be.
What about Carter? What's Carter? Carter's still standing there.
Yeah.
What about the ghosts of the family? Are they still cowering? Or are they still here?
Yeah, they look afraid,
Could you make them or rally them to fight back? I think that would be a huge long shot.
Do I see the family?
No.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't see them. Maybe I could persuade them to...
You probably, maybe. Because you actually see them, so you can talk to them.
What would I get them to do? They've already been fucking murdered. Well, they've been murdered by the dad, not by the little shit. Maybe they can get them to beat up the little shit. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, just...
Or I'm confused about what the ritual did, because the boy can now, throw knives and shit, and everyone can see him. Is he more tangible?
It summoned it. Yeah.
So would these spirits be able to do anything to him?
Possibly.
I may just have to.
That's a great question. I
don't know, like, where on the veil he is, or
yeah.
who can he be punted by me or by a ghost? I don't know.
He's interacting with the physical world.
He is.
Yeah, so they probably can't do shit to him.
That's
But
what I'm
Carter's on
thinking.
the other side of the veil.
No.
Carter's here too? Carter's made up. Oh, so they really can't do dick.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
They can't pull him down the way he was pulling Ig down. I don't know.
I mean, if they can...
Well, I need to back up because Iris doesn't know any of that shit.
Yeah, it's true. That's
Iris
true.
would probably be like, can you do something? Because I can't do anything else.
Yeah, just talk to them and see if, because maybe they can do something.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't, I only know this shit because of Wraith.
Right.
Iris doesn't know any of that, so she's probably going to try to do some kind of persuasion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or insight or something to be like, I know you're scared of Bill, but we need to stop him, and point at the little boy. Can you help us? He's the one who did this. I don't know. I don't know if he did it. He didn't do it. Whatever.
I mean, you saw the little boy goading him on.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, in your mind, you think he did it, whether he did or not. Probably.
That's true. I don't know about Philip and when Ig was born, so.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So you're saying what?
I'm sorry.
There was so much back and forth.
I'm sorry. I'm saying help us stop him, and pointing at the little boy. Can you help us stop him?
To the family.
Yes.
And they just kind of just keep staring off in the distance and looking afraid.
Okay.
All huddled up together.
Okay.
Like
They probably
not
can't even
responsive.
see. Yeah. They're frozen.
Yeah. Almost like they're just in a mode.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
yeah.
drones.
Yeah.
They're ghosts on repeat.
Yeah.
Ghosts on repeat.
Okay, I'm gonna have to tell the tour guy that she got the house wrong.
It's that creepy ass
Yeah,
funeral
next
home.
door. Take the poster. I don't know what the fuck to do. Premonition? I don't know. Look at the boy. That's kind of my only weapon.
Do you have dominate?
I do. I have compel. I just didn't. Well,
You can't harm him physically.
I mean, just try.
yeah. I might tell Bill to leave so we can at least get rid of that.
And if that doesn't work, then I'll do it with him.
Cause
That sounds so wrong. I will. Not that. I will tell him to leave.
Yeah, because I probably saw him drop the axe when he was talking to you, so she thinks she can do it too. Yeah, that seems logical what she would do. That's what I would do. I will try to compel Bill to leave.
Okay.
Because I know it's not working on the boy. Okay, charisma plus dominate versus intelligence plus resolve. I thought my charisma was higher, but it's only manipulation that I have. 2 successes, 1 with the stars.
Only one with them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you saying?
Get out of here and don't come back.
That's the key part right there.
He just kind of, and looks like it bothers him. Something's not right about why should he listen to it. But then he is on this side. And he disappears.
Oh, nice.
And the little boy is looking around, just pissed, panicking.
Uh-huh.
Your fault! Your fault!
To
Who's
who?
he?
To you.
Me? Oh.
You don't play fair.
You threw knives at us, bro. I don't like that look.
I don't either.
And he just kind of stares at you blankly like he's thinking about something.
I know that Rosalind was working on something, and I know she's big on consent, and she's very nice talking to these spirits. However, and I feel sympathy for this child. Vicenta feels sympathy for any child, especially since it sounds like El Messina did a very bad thing. That being said, throughout her entire existence, she's had one goal, and that is to get Ignacio back. And even if Ig was not her Ignacio. She still has an incredible drive to protect her child.
Okay.
So I'm going to compel Philip
Okay.
to leave and never bother Ig again.
Okay.
Like, he may come, like, if he comes and bothers me, that's whatever, but he can't come bother Ig.
Okay.
Okay, so he's hostile, so 5 successes total.
He just you see the lights start to flicker and then they spark and doors start to shake. You know, he's just screaming and it's deafening how loud it is in here. But then it just stops all of a sudden and the lights come back on. And Rosalind looks at you and goes, well, if you weren't going to do it, I was.
She's got tears in her eyes, but she didn't send him to oblivion. She just said leave and never bother Ig again.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she doesn't feel happy about this situation. Ig, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think. Kata, who doesn't like the ghost shit.
The exception that makes the rule.
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you all right?
Yes.
And Rosalind just kind of looks and is like, well, I think they're well and truly gone. I don't feel the presence here anymore. Do you?
I don't know, do I?
You can roll for it. You can roll for Sentiency.
Okay. Okay, so
Messy critical?
all these are criticals.
Uh-huh. That's a messy.
It's 2, 4, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be 5. You'd have to roll another one to get.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
You definitely don't see anything, but you are not going to stop looking until you are damn certain. And so you begin to just patrol the whole place. You don't even see the drones anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they were drawn from the fact that Bill was back here in this place at this time. You don't see any of that, but you are just obsessed, like, looking around every nook and cranny, just, investigating everything they touched, just really, going over with a fine-tooth comb everything that could even be a possibility that they might, be hiding underneath or in, or, looking for any thinness of the shroud. And Rosalind is like, I'll leave you to it. She did a messy critical on her Sense the Unseen, so she's doing that
the
Sherlock
ghost thing.
Yeah, the obsession thing. And she just keeps ignoring everything. And Rosalind turns to you and says, I guess watch out for her and watch out for him. And I'm glad you have the sight too. Do what?
Is the baby gone?
Yeah,
Okay.
the baby is gone.
Sorry, I missed it.
It's okay.
For now.
I'll hear it tomorrow. I'll hear it on the recording.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on her, I guess.
Just let her know that I'll speak with her soon.
Okay. What'd you do to Goliath? Sorry, Ig.
You might want to wash that off, young man. He's got drawings all over his skin. There's blood on him. So, I just used him as a conduit to get that spirit to show itself.
And it's gone for good?
It's gone for now.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Watch out for cops around here, okay?
Well, I always do.
makes sense, yeah.
And she kind of, gestures at herself. She's a black woman. So, yeah.
Makes sense.
You have a good night, Miss
You
Iris.
too.
She makes her way out.
Since Vicenta looks busy, I'm gonna check on Ig.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. He just,
All right.
he's watching her, and it's like, I know she won't respond to me while she's like that, but
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I mean, I do. I just don't. I don't know what she's looking for. I don't think she does either.
What, with the clan compulsion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I know what I'm looking for, but I don't know what I'm looking for.
Boy, you should see me if someone spills a bunch of seeds in front of me. We all got our things.
What do you mean?
It means I gotta count them.
No bullshit.
No, I'm serious. I don't know why. I just do. Don't test it on. Please. I'll be here all night. Please don't.
All right, I won't do that. That's mean. Finally, you snap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty sure the place is secure. Nothing's going to get in or out. Then there's a knock at the door.
Oh no. God.
Can I go check the security camera?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
It's 2 police officers.
Oh my
Mother.
fuck.
Fuck, they cannot come in here. I'm at hunger 3 and I don't have blush of life on.
Ooh.
It's time for a rouse check.
I know. I tell
We don't have to let them in. They ain't
It
got a
will
warrant.
as well. He's hungry.
Ig's got blood all over him and he needs to go clean up.
Yeah, he's going upstairs.
Are we in the shower?
To your bedroom area.
I
yeah.
wonder if they ran into Rosalind.
I don't know.
It's been enough time that.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. so
This
like
is a
right
mess
after.
back here. Is there blood everywhere?
No,
Knives.
but
There's
knives,
knives
and
everywhere.
it's a mess. It looks like there was a scuffle in here.
Okay, so
Now, where they're ringing in is the front
mm-hmm.
area. You're not ringing in the back in the
Yeah.
mortuary area.
But if they ask to look around, then what are you gonna say?
I mean, they
Come back with a warrant.
come back
Yeah.
with a warrant.
But then they will.
They will, and then they could really find some shit. I think I'm gonna be like,
Are you rolling for blush?
yeah, I am rolling for blush.
Oh god.
I'm okay.
All right.
There's no blood on me, is there?
No.
Okay.
A knife hit you. What about that?
Yeah, your dress is cut.
She has normal clothes on.
Well,
She's
something.
But there is a cut.
okay. Can I grab a jacket?
Mhm.
She's gonna grab a jacket, and she tells Iris before she goes to the door. She goes, "Tell Ig, just holler through the door. No, don't holler. Just go upstairs and tell Ig through the bathroom door that there are 2 police officers out front.
I thought he was here.
Yeah, he knew it went up.
Okay.
And when he comes down, pretend like there has been a robbery."
Okay.
And then on her security footage, because that's just out front, right?
Mm-hmm.
The security footage is out front.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, I know what I'll tell him.
Okay.
I'll hurry upstairs.
Yeah.
So you put the jacket on as you're moving to the front,
Yes.
and you go to the front door, and you see 2 police officers there.
Oh, goodness. Did someone call you?
Yeah, we got a notification that there's a sound of somebody screaming in the area, and sound of like stuff crashing, and want to make sure everything's okay.
We've had a robbery, it seems. If you would like to come in and back in the mortuary area.
People are robbing the mortuary.
Unfortunately, in this area, we deal with a lot of chemicals like formaldehyde sometimes.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Yeah, sure.
So I got a call as well, so we're here to check it out, but I don't know.
Okay. Where are you?
Upstairs.
Okay.
Knocking on the door.
All right, telling him what's up.
Yeah. Vicente said, pretend. Well, I can't whisper.
She just doesn't want you screaming.
Yes, exactly. Hey, pretend we got
I
robbed!
got a robbery! There's some cops downstairs!
Yeah, I'll knock, and if he can hear me,
Okay.
do I hear him shout back?
Yeah, he goes, oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cool. I don't want to go down there.
You don't have to.
Okay.
So.
Well, we'll need to look around then. And you sure they're not, and he says, tells his partner to go around back and look around. He takes a flashlight out. And, so you were asleep and you heard all this?
Yes.
You dressed pretty well for being asleep.
Well, do you just run down in your night clothes? I suppose you can't understand. You're a man.
Oh.
Let me put it this way. If you're a woman, it's not generally a good idea to run down in your night clothes in front of a bunch of drug fiends.
Or cops.
Or do you want another crime that you have to investigate on top of a robbery?
I mean, all right. Fair enough. And he just keeps looking, and he's taking out a notepad. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to have to get a team here with the dust footprints and stuff. And I need a log of your chemicals, anything that's controlled. Make sure that it's all accounted for.
Okay. And she goes, I can have the secretary send it to you in the morning. We'll have to do an inventory, you see.
Yeah. Okay. About that time, he calls and several more cops show up and the place is kind of...
Iris is listening at the stairs, like wringing her hands, knowing that if they find her up here, they're going to be like, what the fuck? But
No.
she doesn't want to just go down and be like, I came because of the robbery as well.
Well, if you heard a bunch of ruckus next door, know, I mean...
I think I could say that, but she also just does not want to be there.
So Ig makes his way down and, he's like, yeah, we came downstairs, both of us, and saw him and they ran, and
She'll come
they're,
behind
out the
Ig.
back door, You are coming behind Ig?
Yeah. Because, if they're going to search the place, it's going to be better. I shouldn't be lurking upstairs.
They're really focused on this
They're
area.
not going to... Upstairs is our private residence.
They're not going to look up there?
They don't have permission to look up there. That's an apartment.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's
I won't-
separate.
building.
Okay, then I won't go. Okay.
So it's just
But
the
you could
business.
stay at the stairs so you could hear,
Okay.
behind the closed door or something.
I'll do Silence of Death. No, unless that takes a rouse.
Probably
if
does.
I hear somebody coming, maybe I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So you let them do their thing. The police are doing what they're going to do. They're taking notes and looking, at stuff. And finally, the detectives show up, start dusting for fingerprints, just because it is a controlled substance.
Mm-hmm.
If it'd been a break-in, they'd been like, eh. But because it's something that, has a high dollar aftermarket value.
Yeah, but at the same time, otherwise they're like, why are they breaking into the mortuary?
Right.
Well, here's your reason.
Right. So he does do that, and even the police chief's shown up. At this
Oh
point.
my
Fuck.
god.
And he comes in. It's a taller black guy, a little older. And he walks over to you and he says, Robert Carter, I'm the police chief. I wanted to come down and make sure everything's okay.
Well, what service? Yes, my name is Persephone. This is my husband, Ig.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. Can't place the accent. Where are you from?
Yes, I was raised in Venice.
Oh, okay. What brought you to New Orleans?
Oh, extended family. My mother was born in New Orleans.
Oh, she was.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a nice place. I hope you're liking it.
I don't enjoy the break-in.
Well, no, and we're working on fixing that. I'm actually surprised that happened. As many patrols as we have in this neighborhood now.
Well, desperation, I suppose.
Yeah, suppose so.
I have a question before we continue.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Carter, and that was the family's name. Was the family black?
They were.
Dun, dun, dun. Or it's a coincidence. Carter's got avocado name. I don't know if you heard the last name.
No, I did. I'm just in me personally.
Oh, okay.
Vicenta,
Yeah, she did.
This is who El Messina or Payacho or whoever the fuck mentioned in the journals, isn't it?
It's the man who was also on TV the other night.
Yes. Okay, so I'm
Face to face with the man.
yes.
Oh my god.
I'm not happy about it, but at the same time, I mean, I think she has a reason to be nervous if she's just had a break in.
Yeah.
True.
At that point, Ig walks over when he starts hearing her kind of question off the beaten path. He's like, man, it's really interesting how you guys show up and go through all this trouble for this. I mean, I appreciate it, and he starts to try to man-ject himself into the situation,
She's letting him.
Yeah. And he's just like, I just can't believe this, the damn brazenness of these people. I mean, what are they thinking, This has been such a nice area. We're in shock. At that point, Carter's demeanor starts to change, and we're really working on, some initiatives to make sure that these areas are safe for all the people that live there. It's our priority. And I tell you what, if you see anything, and he hands him a card, you let me know directly. Especially we suspect, just between you and me, that apartment that burnt down a few blocks from here, that was arson. A lot of stuff points to that looking like foul play.
You don't think they were trying to get the chemicals to start a fire, do you?
Well, they're pretty flammable, aren't they? That's a good point.
Oh my goodness.
Well, again, you folks lock up, keep yourselves safe, make sure that whatever entrance they used is extra protected. We'll finish up our investigation here, but reach out anytime.
She's just kind of deferring to Ig now.
He's like, oh, we will. Believe me, we will. We will. It's a damn shame you can't feel safe in your own home. And Carter goes, oh, you live here too?
The apartment upstairs.
Oh, and that's where you came down from.
Yes, so you can understand now.
That's why you got here so quick.
That's not why you can understand now why we're so shaken.
Oh, I get it. I get it, for sure. I get it. Well, I won't take up too much of your folks' time. I'm sure you're getting tired. It's late at night.
Yes, but I don't know how well we're going to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know how well you will either. I couldn't imagine. I hope you do. And we'll get out of your way, but just know that we'll have patrols out, probably watching this area a little more closely for the next few days. See if we can find something.
We appreciate your efforts.
Thank you. You folks have a good night.
You as well.
And, 10 or 15 minutes, the people kind of slowly start to filter out. Strange that the police chief showed up this late at night.
Mm-hmm.
We need to move.
Yeah. Come on. And, that you close up and you go back into your apartment and Iris is sitting.
How did it go?
We need to move.
Yeah, I think so.
We need to... a house, perhaps. An apartment.
Whatever.
I wonder... Ugh.
We don't need to do it right away, though.
No. Well,
Be too suspicious.
with the robbery, perhaps.
You have a good excuse to move right now. I'm gonna have to wait.
I don't want to necessarily suggest this, but the Kalbushari Tremere, they can enact wards to keep people like our friendly Mr. Police Chief out during the daytime.
Do we really want to be in debt to him?
No, but I also...
But he's kind of in debt to Andre.
Yeah, we're
He
already
is.
gonna handle the thin blood thing for him.
And to be quite frank, I've already been dragged out into the sun once. It's not a pleasant experience.
Okay. I'll call him.
Okay.
I mean, he did offer.
Yes. But don't ever be alone with him.
Okay.
I don't trust a Tremere.
It's not going to happen twice.
It might.
She actually does kind of chuckle a little bit. Just because it caught her off guard. Okay, call him.
All right, I will. And he goes off with his cell and, makes a call.
Because we can't stay here.
Meanwhile, you two are alone with each other.
I'm going to paint some fingernails.
Oh, I was confused. I thought you meant Ig and her. I was
No,
like,
no,
I
no,
left?
no.
Oh.
You two. The two
She's-
players sitting here.
Oh, she's just wringing her hands and it's like, I guess I better get back. I guess the cops are gone now.
Do you want to stay here?
No.
We have a guest room.
No, it'll be suspicious.
They're not going to search up here without a warrant. This is private residence. They do not have permission to come up here.
What if they come looking for me again? No,
They don't know that you're here.
That would be weirder if I was at the shop. Okay, yeah. I'll stay. Yeah. Good idea.
I'll show you to the guest room.
Okay.
As you're doing that, Andre comes back and he's...
You mean Ig?
Sorry, yes. Last name I mentioned is the one I'm going to say, apparently. He comes back holding the phone, in his hand, and it's obviously on speaker. And, yeah, I got him. I would be delighted to perform my services for you all, but Mr. Giovanni here tells me that the greater issue is who you're trying to keep out. You say you have a suspicion that Second Inquisition were here this night.
Well, considering it was the police chief.
And the brochures. Did you get a brochure today?
I think the entire complex did.
Mm-hmm.
It's disturbing.
That is an understatement, Mr. Kalbashari. Yes.
Definitely not what was anticipated with our changes here, suppose.
You think someone tipped them off?
No, I think it's unintended consequences of making an area better.
Oh, the cops get more interested?
Yes. There's a vested interest on the mortal side as well to see the fruits of the labor.
It's those damn tourists and their damn money.
Unfortunate. I would be happy to do your wards. I will do them tomorrow night. I also can offer you a place to stay here should you need it.
Out of character. I mean, I have to have the funeral home because I have to eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's very convenient to have my haven right above where I eat.
Well, he's like down the road, like the next block over, isn't he?
Yeah.
So part of me is like, that's too close to here. It's not going to make a difference. But part of me is like, it's close enough that we can run our businesses and we wouldn't have to give that up.
Mm-hmm. And if we wanted to store more blood, I feel like they're really going to start snooping around. They came in and they really snooped with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a robbery next door, and then the fucking police chief himself comes in.
Yeah.
Probably because he looked at the permits and knows that this business is owned by a Giovanni. This motherfucking hunter was involved. Wasn't he involved in getting Ella Messina?
Yes.
So there is a grand possibility
fuck.
that he's connected the name.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that.
Now, granted, there's a shit ton of mortal Giovanni running around, but if he zeroes in on, well, why are you living above, the funeral home? It's like, well, it was fucking cheap. But now it's unsafe. I don't know. I don't know if it's more suspicious to move or just put wards up and to stay. Can I roll intelligence? I'm gonna fail it. I've got 3 hunger. It doesn't. I'm gonna bestial fail. I'm not doing that.
I could do a premonition of what it would be like if we moved in with Tony C.
Well, okay. You do that. We may need to tell Tony C that we'll call him back in just a moment, so we don't do all
shit,
this.
He's on the phone.
Yes. Mr. Kalbashari, we may be taking you up on that offer.
That is, you are welcome to it.
So if you don't mind, we will have a discussion amongst ourselves and return your phone call. Or we will call you again, I should say.
Very well.
Thank you.
You hear the phone click and then a beep as it hangs up.
Iris, you're one who sees. Just like my Cassandra used to see. Can you see what is in store for us if we take Mr. Kalbushari up on his offer?
Yeah. I gotta spend the blood, though. I'm gonna get a little hungry.
Well, you don't have to do it right away. You have to
roll and then
roll
see.
First.
Oh, you roll? I thought
Yeah.
you spend the blood and then...
No.
Oh.
You roll to see.
You're thinking of Dark Ages where you
Yeah.
spent it and then did it.
Oh. Resolving it.
I've done that a few times too. I'm like, oops.
Just roll a dice. It's a rouse check.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you spin a blood.
Okay.
We're so hungry.
What hunger are you at?
3.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I may be asking for a little snacky snack, a little Capri Sun in here.
I hope to goodness we got a corpse or 2 in the freezer.
You do have some, maybe enough to slake one
For all of us?
for the 2 of you.
Oh, okay.
Can only re-roll the black. I'm gonna spend my last willpower. Fuck. 1 success, but with stars. That's my level of insight.
You can't tell good or bad.
I can't tell. It's too foggy right now. Let's give it time, let things develop, and...
You don't get a good feeling, you don't get a bad feeling.
Yeah. I just probably assume it's too early to make that call since we haven't even decided yet. So I'd probably explain it that way.
Okay.
Do you mind if I have something to eat? It doesn't have to be live.
Well, it won't be live.
Okay.
I guess we can all slake one hunger because that's what we got, unless we're gonna go get
Good
some
to me.
rats. But I don't want to do that
No, I just want to
I don't wanna do that.
Let's eat it. We're going to eat leftovers. It's fine.
and hope somebody dies.
It's like eating a piece of celery when you haven't eaten in 3 days.
Yeah. Like, you'll live, but...
Yeah, you're beast. You just feel just feed me. What are you doing? This is taunting. You'll really see me if you don't give me more.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
I mean, there's nothing we can do, Beast. There's SI out there, Beast.
I don't give a shit. I am more scared of them than I'm scared of you.
I mean...
And I've killed 2 people recently.
Well, you have problems. You have thin blood still. You have the Second Inquisition out there. You have no choice but to do something about both. As our camera pans up past the businesses, looking out on the city, passing an inconspicuous white van.
Oh my god.
Where guys are taking notes on a conversation that they just listened to.
Oh my god. Maybe those are Nosferatu.
we look at the city of New Orleans, a city of possibilities, a city whose kindred are about to burn.
What the fuck?
And we'll find out what that little cryptic message means.
What the fuck?
In our part 2 of this. Now, a word of warning again. It will be a while before we post another episode, but we will be coming back and we'll find out more about what happens with everyone. But I'm going to do something here at the end for you both. How, Monica, do you think Iris has grown since our first episode? What's changed for her? Obviously, the story elements, but maybe the things inside your mind as you're playing this character. What has changed?
She is less concerned with humanity and more concerned with... At first it was with Erasmus, but now it's with herself and Vicenta and Ig a little bit too. So after eating those people and you pointing out to me that she didn't feel any remorse for that and me being like, oh shit, you're kind of right. That made me realize that she's way more invested in the vampire experience. It's probably because the SI and her past with that. But this time she's like, I don't give a shit about humans and what they're doing. I need to focus on keeping me safe because I know what they can do. And I had my sire, which I wanted for such a long time, and that blew up in my face. So it's like she's trying to keep tenuous control of what she can control. She knows she can't control her beast sometimes. And part of her is just trying to bury that, but part of her is like, hey, if that's how it's gotta be, that's how it's gotta be. So she's becoming more...
White Town, here we come. WIGHT.
Yeah, and especially since you introduced the Church of Cain, I'm like, ooh, she might explore that. I don't know. But she's
please let her explore that.
Yeah, I was like, huh. But yeah, I think now that she has so much more to deal with than what she thought her life was going to be like, she has to actually start thinking about the future, where before she never really did. She's always been kind of fly by the seat of her pants, settle down somewhere, get a tiny following of people, and then leave when something happens. So now she's actually thinking about the other vampires. Well, she's honestly scared for herself, mostly with the SI, because she remembers being set on fire. That's honestly, and being in prison.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of a lie to say she's worried about the fate of New Orleans with them here. She's worried about herself first and foremost. But she is worried about Vicenta and Ig because they've shown kindness to her and they've helped her out a lot. So she I don't know. She's very almost self-centered right now because she feels fear. So it's like a self-preservation type of thing that she's learned. Before she was just kind of, and she still does this, like a kumbaya, the world's just vibing, I'm just here. But I don't know, it's hard to explain how she feels. Like the world is simultaneously getting bigger and smaller around her. She has to figure it out.
Okay.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Dee, your turn. Same question.
I think at the beginning of the game, Vicenta had a very much burn it all down attitude.
Mm.
You know, she, in her mind, which I had to adjust how I played this character massively after Iris's "this man is a gargoyle" revelation, because that changed everything I had planned for how this character was going to be played. That and the Ella Messina / Payacho / I'm gonna be the Sabat prince of this city. Those two things were like big old pivots. Because it's like, oh, that would really piss her off, and oh, that would make her be like, what the shit. So yeah, when she first met Andre, like in the first episode, she's very much just like, you know what, fuck it, you know, fuck the kindred, fuck everybody, just let them all burn, let Gehenna come in, and, everything's going to be better off. Now, she kind of has this family developing with her and Ig, and I guess Iris too, because
I'm like the fun aunt.
Yes. Aunt, sister, cousin, whatever. Yeah, So she has this little pseudo family forming, and which Vicenta's all about. Mm-hmm. Throughout every single game, her biggest desire has always been to get her family back.
Right.
And even though her original family that she wanted back, that is impossible. She has accepted that. She's trying to move on from that. I think but she also doesn't want this family to be taken away again. Like, I think she would be completely fine just noping out, retiring, and just having a family in peace, which ironically fits with Iris's
it does
vibe, and seems to Ig seemed to indicate that was kind of what he was wanting as well. I think she would be down for that. But then there's all this shit that's like not letting her go. Like, everybody in the Camarilla is like, what's your fucking deal? And Kalbashari is way too interested in what she can do, and she doesn't trust that. The SI is coming in to stir up shit, and she would have just completely left well enough alone if they would have left well enough alone, Mm-hmm. But it's also making her kind of get protective. Like, I've lost my family once, and I will be damned if I do again. Mm-hmm. And I think that does make her a little desperate, and Vicenta does really dumb shit when she's desperate because I ain't that bright. So she tends to do dumb shit, and she tends to make pretty drastic decisions when she gets desperate, so it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, pretty much have her family and guard her family. That's pretty much where she's at.
Okay. Thank you both for sharing that. Since we're at the end of the story, I'm going to give you all 5 XP.
Ooh.
As we are doing a little quicker character progression with this. So yeah, big jump, but I feel like it's a good spot to do that. Again, like I mentioned, we will be back in, I don't know. I don't want to give you a time frame.
Yeah, we have 0 time frame.
Because we don't know. It's just kind of a fun thing. It's not a sad move. It's just a move, but it will take some time. So we will be taking a break until all that gets sorted. Until the next time we talk to you all, though, this is GM Tuck wishing you all a good night. Have a great one, everyone.